What's up, boss fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss coming back at y'all with another video. Real quick one for you guys. Shout out to the Fluent One for asking a question in the comments. He wants to know how I get around doing these net 15, net 30, net any type of payment arrangements, billing arrangements with clients. I know that is really common with service businesses to be, whoever you're working with will probably want to pay you in net 30, which means that, you do the work, you bill them, and they have 30 days to pay for that invoice, which has never worked for me. I haven't accepted a net 30 payment probably in the last 3 years, and I can count on one hand the amount of net 30 payments or net anything payments that I've accepted before that. So I wanted to touch a little bit on why I do it that way and a little bit of some of the pros and cons about, going my way versus actually accepting net 30 or net payments, because I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just kind of a who's it for and why. But yeah, if you want to know more about that, then stick around. I go by DJ the Boss. This is my channel. If you found this channel, you found an excellent channel. I don't try to sell you guys anything. I make my money running my cleaning business, so I don't have like a course or a master class or anything like that. I may or may not suggest products for you to buy, and if you want to support the channel, you can use those affiliate links to buy equipment and things like that I may suggest. But other than that, not selling you guys anything. Just trying to build a community of like-minded people, business owners and entrepreneurs and people who want to take their businesses to the next level, because the service industry actually saved my life. I was homeless when I started my business 7 years ago, and I've been able to grow it to six figures, 7 if you count every year. But it's been a great run, and I just want to be able to pass some of my knowledge on and continue to learn from you guys as you guys learn from me and my mistakes and my successes, and we can all learn from each other. So this is a great community. It's a great place to be. With that said, like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. So we want to get this video to maybe about 40 likes. So if you don't see a 40 next to that thumb button, go ahead and hook your boy up. I appreciate it.
Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing. Look, this for all my boss days. Go do your boss days.
All right, so like I said, I wanted to talk about these net 15 and net whatever payment terms. I have not done it simply because it doesn't work for me. It's never worked for my business model, and it's never worked, for my finances, quite frankly. Like I said, I was homeless when I started my business, so the idea of me working for 30 days, I mean, man, I wouldn't eat for 30 days or 60 days or even more if they decided not to pay. I just couldn't take that chance. It's just something that never ever worked for me. I don't necessarily frown on the net 30. I do wish more people decided to not accept net 30 or net payments, especially in the cleaning space, because the more that we accept it, the more that it becomes a standard. It is a standard payment, but billing upfront is also a standard billing practice as well. So don't let people make you feel like, you're not a company or you're not a real company because you do upfront billing or you bill whatever type of way you bill. I promise you, across every industry, everyone's making this shit up as they go. There's no rule book. You run your business how you want to run your business. When you say your bills are due is when you say your bills are due. No one can argue with you about that. No matter what people say. I don't care what they think the industry standard is. There is no industry standard. You bill in a way that works for your company, and that's it. And the way I get around people who, are asking me for net 30 is I just either don't work with them, or I explain to them, hey, that we don't do net 30 or net billing payments. If you need me to break up 1 or 2 payments, I can do that for you. But we bill up front on the first of the month for service rendered that month. And that's pretty much how it goes. Nowadays, I'm so confident in it that I don't even bring it up. I used to bring it up during the walkthrough, and after you've done the walkthrough, you sit down and actually talk about, make an understanding of what they've said, and you're going back and forth about that stuff, and they're asking you questions about your business. I used to actually, make a point to bring it up, and that's something that you can do early on in the process. So if you want to have a conversation about it during the walkthrough, just say, hey, just so you know, some specific things about my business. As far as billing, we bill upfront on the first of the month, or upfront on whatever the start day of service is, or you bill whenever. We bill 10 days after the start of service, or we bill on the second service, or whatever it is. You say it right then and there during the walkthrough as they're getting to know your company. And usually they just say, okay, yeah, whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's just kind of, you know, they hear all these different types of things all day long. So I promise you they're not going to be freaked out. And if they are, then it's not that big of a deal. You know, don't let someone make you feel like it's not a common business practice, or it's, you know, anything sketchy or anything like that, because it's not. It's you pay your rent on the first, you pay your rent in advance, you pay, you don't argue with your payment structure for your utilities. You know, you can't. So they don't give you an option to. So don't give people the option to. Secondly, it's in my paperwork. So like I said, I'm so confident now I don't even mention it, but it's in my paperwork. I do my walkthrough, I take a look at the facility, we have a little chat, they ask me a little bit about my business. I usually don't even bring up billing, they don't usually even bring up billing, because usually by that time they kind of already know, like, and trust my company, so they're kind of just waiting to see what I'm going to offer them and what it's going to cost to work with them. And I usually have a budget, so I know I'm going to come in under budget. So by that time, everything's kind of already a yes in my book by the way that I run my business. And so it doesn't even come up. I send them my paperwork. It's in my paperwork. It's in the paperwork maybe 2 or 3 times in the agreement and in the estimate and you know, proposal. And so they see it. They've heard me bring it up in the walkthrough. Now they've seen it in the paperwork. And then again, my accountant, she handles receiving payments. She's, you know, my accounts receivable as well. And she'll, you know, reach out to the client after they're all set up and into the schedule, and she'll reach out to them just to make sure everything's all set up and that she has all the payment information that she needs. And again, she'll go over with them when their cards will be ran or when their accounts will be debited for the amount, and that'll be it. And that's usually that's just how I do it. There's no getting around it. You just go through it. That's the only way. The more you do it, the more you'll get confident in it. But yeah, you don't have to start off by offering net 30 payments or anything like that. And don't let anyone make you feel like you have to. So that's my 2 cents on it. Again, like this video, guys. I hope you got some value from it. Hopefully be bringing more videos more often to you guys. Subscribe to the channel. This is a great channel. I don't try to sell you guys anything. So I think that's at least worth a sub. I don't ask you guys for anything but a subscribe. So subscribe for your boy. I appreciate it. I love y'all. Keep that boss mentality. Peace.